Hey butterflies, and welcome back to One Hook, Two Hands. This is Sarah, the creator behind One Hook, Two Hands, and today I am joining Battle of the Stitches for the month of September, and we are going to be doing the mock bubble stitch today. And so I'm excited to show you this simple little stitch. It's actually really easy and a lot of fun, and I can't wait to show you what I'm actually making with it. But you only get a sneak peek next week, and in 2 weeks you'll get to see what it actually looks like, and also have the tutorial on how to make it. But we are joining with Heather and Teresa, and now I'm going to get their channel names wrong now that I tried to do that. But Teresa's at Critters Crochet, and Heather is, I'm going to get that one wrong, so I'm not going to try it because my brain just went completely blank. But we also have one other person joining us this month, so go watch and check out their videos as well. Please like and subscribe, please. I do need trying to get up to 50 so that by the time we hit our live at the end of the month, which is what we do on week 4, that I will be able to join them in that. And just a rundown, so because I kind of said it conversationally, but just so you don't miss it, the first week of Battle of the Stitches, we come on, we talk about the new stitch of the month and do a tutorial. The second week, you get a sneak peek of whatever it is we're making with that stitch. The third week, you get a tutorial on how to make whatever it is we're making, as well as a full reveal of what we're doing with the stitch. And then the fourth week, we do a live where you can come on. Between weeks 3 and 4, there's a poll open on Heather's page, I do believe it is, that you can vote for your favorite. And then we also encourage you to comment down below, because there is a drawing, and if your name gets picked, you get to pick one of the 4 things that is made by one of the creators for this month. So with that said, let's get stitching. Hey y'all, so just to catch you up, the two other ladies who are joining me and Teresa from Critters Crochet and Battle of the Stitches is Heather from Stitches and Thread, or Strings and Thread, and Amanda from A Small Crafting Space, or Crafting in a Small Space, something like that. Because for my project, what we're going to be doing is using this wonderful bloom, or a thick chenille, or a chunky yarn. I'm going to go ahead and use this bloom right here to show you how to do the basic tutorial. These are the easy mock bobbles for Battle of the Stitches. Now, what we're going to be, and I'm also using a J hook. You should be able to see that if my thing will focus a little bit. It's kind of focusing further away, so I'm trying to get it to focus up here. Maybe. There you go. You saw it for a second at least, that it's a J hook, 6mm. I hope. There we go. It doesn't like to do that. But because we are using the thicker yarn, we're using the thicker hook. And the pattern is a 2+1. So you can do however many you want, but whatever you do, you need to do multiples of 2. And then a +1 on the end of your chain. So we're going to do a quick, just 11 chains. So hold it, anchor it here. Now anchor there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You guys have not really seen me do a long chain before, but that's kind of my quick way of doing it. 8, 9, 10, 11. And now, just to make sure that my count is right, we're going to hold here and count 1, because you count by checking at that little index. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yay, we did it right. So now you're going to skip the first chain and go into the second and do a row of single crochets across. So you go into the chain, and when you go into a chain, you make sure, just as a reminder, that you have these top 2 parts of the chain on there, and on the bottom you've got 1. This is just as a way of making sure your foundation row is a little more secure. So you pull yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through those two, and there's your first single crochet. Again, to do a single crochet, you go into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two. Oh, and I am also working in US terms. I try to remind everybody of that each video that I do. Sometimes I do okay, sometimes I don't, but this, we are using US terms, not UK terms. So this is a single crochet. So again, you just yarn over, pull through all the way down the row. Yeah. Bear with me, y'all. All right, so here we do. We've got our little row across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 little crochets all the way across. Yay. Now you're going to chain 1 and turn. You're going to do a treble crochet. So to do treble crochet, you yarn over twice. 1, 2. Then you go into your stitch, yarn over, pull through. Now we've got 4 loops on there. You're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that really creates your first mock bobble. Now to kind of seal it and make it sure that it pops correctly, you're going to do single crochet in the next stitch. See? And there's your first nice little mock bobble. Isn't it? Like I said, I love this pattern. I think it's a real easy way to do that, especially if you're needing kind of a tighter stitch in the back. This works really well compared to, say, your actual bobbles. And if you're not needing one that looks a certain direction, it works. So now you do another treble crochet, yarn over twice, into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then you go into the next one and you single crochet it. And here's the interesting part. When you sometimes do this, it'll pop the other direction. Okay, cool. All you have to do is just pop it forward, push it forward. And we got 2 bobbles. And we're just going to go on down the line, completing our little mock bobbles. Like, as soon as I started doing the stitch, I very quickly was like, oh, there's so many things I could do with this. And you'll see what those so many things I could do with this became. Because you're going to see that. Because originally I was planning on doing one thing. And when I started doing it, this idea hit me for something completely else. And I think you'll enjoy what I ended up making. Let's just say there's going to be 2 variants. So you can choose whichever if you happen to win. Of what I'm making, but there we go. Single crochet. There's one more. Let's do this in here. 1, pull through 2, pull through 2. And then we are going to single crochet in this last chain of this row, but because of how tight I made the stitches, it is what it is. And I said single crochet, not treble. All right, and we've got our little set of 5 mock bobbles there. And then to kind of like make them stand out, you do chain 1, And then you just single crochet all the way back through your stitches. Right, 1, and you do that for the next 3 rows. And I say that now, if you want to play around with it, you can. If you want to not play around with that, you can. But that's all dependent on what you feel like doing. Except, why do I keep trying to make a half? Oh, I know why. My other project I'm working on right now, I've been using a lot of half double crochets, and I keep trying to go back into it because the whole project is pretty much half double crochets. And I may show that to you guys here in a little while, because they've kind of become a relaxing thing to do. I don't know. We'll see if I show those or not. But yeah, single crochet across. We get to this last stitch here, and we single crochet. And we chain 1 and we turn. Now, hear me. Can kind of see it better on some of these than others, but as you can see, they're starting to stand out, right? So you chain 1, then we single crochet back across. Hold on. Yeah. That first chain 1 counting as a single crochet in this case. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Chain 1, turn, do it back across one more time. And the reason why they have you do 3 single crochet rows before you do the next row of mock bobbles is just to get you back to where you started, because you need at least minimum of 2 rows, but in order to make it stand out and make it work like you see it doing. However, if you are crocheting in the round per se, you do not need to do the 3 rows of single crochets before you do your next row of mock bobbles. You can do 2 rows. However, in this little setup it says do 3, so that's what we're doing. And I'm just going to do one more round of that so you just can kind of see what a good swatch looks like. But then you just come up, you treble crochet, go into the next stitch, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, single crochet, there we go, treble, so yarn over twice, into the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through 1, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And you can start to see we're getting a nice little swatch here. Pull through 2, pull through 2, another treble crochet, single crochet. Again, we are working in US terms, guys. Please, please remember that. If you are from the UK, I think this is technically, I know the single crochet is a double crochet in UK terms. I think it's a double treble is what they call, what we call a treble crochet. I think. It's been a while, guys, since I've looked at my British term chart, so just bear with me on that. But there's another treble crochet into single stitch, and then just treble. Pull off a little bit more yarn off my roll. And then single crochet, and we've got our bubbles. And again, just to kind of complete it off, I will do one row of single crochet so you can see it, but there we are. And you can practice this as much as you want. This is really good practice on your single and treble crochets if you need it, because it's just kind of like you can do a long piece of it. This would be really great for creating squares for, say, a scarf. If you wanted to do like a block of your scarf with raised easy mock bubbles, that would be really fun. This could be used for purses. This could be used for all sorts of things. Just trying to give you some ideas, but it's really simple, and it's a great way to kind of start and like give yourself some more practice if these are stitches you've not done in a while or you're learning. This is a really great just way to mock that up. And here we are with our easy mock bubbles. So there we go. I'm going to bring it a little closer. But you've got 2 rows of easy mock bubbles and your single crochets in between. And so I will show you that. And that's what, and so there we go. There's our little swatch. And I can't wait to see you guys on the next one when I share a sneak peek of what I'm working on. Have a great week, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.